You may be great at your job, but are you getting ahead? One of the reasons that you may not be getting ahead is because you haven't tapped into four kinds of superpowers. What are they? They're key relationships that can help you grow your skills, grow your knowledge of the business, and grow your career. And what am I talking about? It's not always what you know, it's who you know. If you've heard that, it's because it's an axiom that's true. Often having the right connections at work that can help you and learning how to leverage those connections, then you're going to be in the right place at the right time more often than not. In an uncertain job market, it's worth your time to invest in these four types of relationships. Now, you may not do these all at once. You might do these in succession at different points of your career, but the fact is, you're going to want to know about these. So let me take you through the top three, and at the end, I'll tell you one that may surprise you. Really key to the whole process is knowing who to ask, when to ask, and how to ask for the right kind of help. Sponsorship. Sponsorship is not advice, it's advocacy. So sponsorship opens doors when skills don't do that by themselves. Now, this is where you get visibility and opportunity. Having someone inside your company understand that you're ready for the next step, what your skills are, what your capabilities are, because they advocate for you in those meetings where promotions, lateral moves, and raises are decided. You want as many sponsors as possible, but you don't spam people with this. These are individual relationships you cultivate. So if you're ready for advancement or you feel your work is being overlooked in the place you're at, in the job you're in, then you might need better sponsorship. Now, this could be your manager or your manager's manager or an adjacent department manager. It's never bad to have more than one advocate or someone just senior in your team. I mentor a lot of people who have this very need. They have sponsorship needs inside their organization because their career has stalled, even though they're doing great work. I'll put a link below to my blog about this and also show you this. This is a card that you would create to show you're ready for the next step. You would like to move forward in your career and you're willing to do the work to do so. So you want to prepare this kind of document and then ask someone for coffee. Have a short conversation and tell them you're ready for the next step, but you just need some help in figuring out how to get there. But again, take it slow. Take it in steps. Show them the document, ask for feedback, ask them to honestly appraise you in terms of where they think you are. And if both of those are thumbs up, you're doing great, I think you can go further, then ask them to sponsor you. Obviously, if they give you feedback that, well, isn't quite so enthusiastic, then asking them to be your sponsor just shows you don't have self-awareness of the conversation. A little word of caution. Sometimes people may not know who you are and may therefore only know the buzz around you, which might not be great. So coming across professional, having these two cards ready to show and ready to advocate for yourself first is a great way to make sure sponsors feel they're comfortable sponsoring you. Coaching is learning, but through action, not just theory. And if you're like me, that's important. Coaching is about skill improvement, often on the job. You're trying to get feedback to help you build certain skills or answer questions you have about your role, tasks, or outcomes you're looking for in your project. So if you have questions about the work you're doing today, if you're asking, am I doing this right? I'm not sure what the outcome of this is. And can I do the broader piece of work to understand it more fully? Then you want to look into coaching. Who could be a coach? Someone close to you, either a peer or your manager or their manager, can help you understand the bigger picture or just get that task right. Nailing the work you've got today is the best way to help put you forward for a promotion or a raise in the future. And how to ask? Go to the person who knows the skill and simply say, I would love to be better at this thing. Can you help me? Or I'd love to do some filing for you today so you could spend a little bit of time with me tomorrow helping me understand this work. Or I don't actually understand the big picture here of how my inputs are creating throughputs and outputs. Could you please show me a schematic of that? And finally, mentorship, the thing I talk most about, I'm most passionate about. As a mentor, I can tell you, mentoring is guidance, not direction. Mentoring is often done by someone either outside of your organization or adjacent to your department. So you are not directly reporting to the person who's mentoring you. Sometimes that's not the case, but often it is because you're often trying to check what is your goal and role in life? Are you in a good fit for your job? What skills do you need to do your job better? But also, how to find a better job can also be one of your questions. And obviously, doing that with your boss might be a bit awkward, right? So, you want to find someone who is knowledgeable about the industry, knowledgeable about your job, or knowledgeable about the company to help you build the skills you need to succeed. And if they're doing that right, they're following my mentorship workbook. I'll put the link below to that as well. So, when to seek mentoring? When you're at a career crossroads, when you're not sure about your next step. Mentoring is a journey. So, you want to find someone who wants to take that journey with you. And one of the big things I think about in terms of mentoring is you want to give back to both sides. Both sides should have value out of the relationship. And how to ask for it? If you have someone in mind you'd like to have mentor you, simply ask them. I'd like to talk through some of my ideas for the future and get your feedback. Make the first contact an easy one. And if that contact goes well, if the communication feels natural, if it feels like a good connection, you can then take the next step. I'd like to do a few rounds of mentoring. Would you be willing to do that? And by the way, I have this guide who can help us both structure the conversation. See, that shows you're ready. And it can teach the potential mentor a new skill about mentoring, which they'll certainly thank you for, I think. These three critical relationships can help you improve your career and even your life. If you want to know more, you can go to the blog. The links will be below. So before you get started, ask yourself, how do I understand each of these relationships? What do I expect from them? What might they expect from me? What questions could they ask me? Write them down, answer them on a piece of paper, and practice answering fluently and intelligently. Make sure you've done your homework before you go into those meetings to get the right outcome you're looking for. You start simple, ask easy questions, and then move into your actual ask, which is, will you mentor me? Will you coach me? Will you sponsor me? And asking that question directly is key, because it shows you know what you want, you know what you need, and you know they're the right person for the job. And lastly, ask, what of these three do I need right now? If you ask that question, you might realize I need coaching and then mentoring, and then I can go find a sponsor to help advocate me. And knowing that puts you in the right place to make the right move at the right time. So if your career feels unclear right now, it may be you're not doing anything wrong per se, but you might be missing these three relationships that can help you. Now, let me tell you about that fourth relationship that you may be overlooking. Workplace alliances. What are they? Workplace alliances are simply having friends at work who help you. Friends helping friends at work is a whole lot of how learning happens, about how relationships happen, and as you come up together through the organization, some might go ahead of you, some might lag behind you, but you can actually help each other grow through the process. And knowing how to create workplace alliances is really simple. Have a coffee with people, be helpful to others, and be there when they ask for help. So if someone's asking you for coaching help, give it to them. And you can time box it, you can set boundaries. Do try to be that workplace friend everyone thinks of as helpful, knowledgeable, and responsible. Those workplace alliances can be actually the biggest factor in your long-term success. Because when those workplace friends move to other companies, that's the way people really get jobs. By networking through people who knew your skill set in other locations and other situations. Relationships aren't simple. They take work. They take investment of time and effort. These relationships can not only help you grow your career, improve your lifetime earnings, but also just make life more fun and make your sense of purpose in your job today feel more valuable, not just to the company, which is important, but also to you. I wish you the best of luck in your career. And if you're looking for any more advice, you'll probably find it in one of these videos. And I hope to see you next time on ProjectSkillsMentor.com. Bye-bye, everybody.